look. First things first, our guest is not here today. I know, I've never met a WWE wrestler either who's a woman. Anyway, Sasha Banks was scheduled to be on today's show to sit on the couch. We were gonna meet her. I was gonna ask her to flex her muscles and her calves and stuff, ask her about her love life and all like that. But after midnight, shortly, the bureau in Hot Topics phone rang. And yeah, it's a 24-hour show, everybody. The bureau phone rang, and it was Sasha's people saying that she has to cancel. I have no idea why. I hope everything is okay. We're here for you until 2020, Sasha. So you can come back. Okay, enough of that. The most important thing about this entire day to me, the entire day, this show, anything I talk about in Hot Topics, anything I eat, which by the way, I had lump crab with red onions, with Utz potato chips as the raft for breakfast. This beats that. You know how I love the fashion, and I love a handbag. Because to me, handbags never turn on you, you know what I mean? Your clothes, you get fat, you get thin, you hate them, they go out of style. A good investment in a good handbag will never do you wrong. From 22 to 92, that bag, you know what I mean? It's like cost per wear, and I'm a bag girl, and I must admit that they are my splurge. I got a couple of the crocodile Birkins, and I love the Catherine Bauman bags. Do you know those crystal Catherine Bauman bags? Yeah, I love those, and Judith Lieber makes the bags. I love them. But honey, baby, let me tell you, there is a woman in our building right here who's a huge fan of this show, hold on, who happens to make handbags custom for very wealthy people. And I'm not talking about a crocodile Birkin. I'm talking about the most expensive bag in the world. Fact. Wait, hold on, fact. It's worth $6.7 million. Hold on, fact. She loves our show so much that she refused to show it to anybody, and all the biggies, the Good Morning Americas, everybody wants this woman on the show. She said, nope, not until I go to Wendy. I know! Hold on. There's more to the story. And then we'll talk about Felicity Huffman going to jail. P.S. I think 3 years should do it. But look, I think she'll probably only get a few months, but anyway, back to the bag. So, not only is it $6.7 million, you wonder who's gonna buy a bag like that, right? And I'm thinking, well, Liz Taylor is dead. Diana Ross doesn't buy bags like that, I don't think. So who is buying this bag? It's not gonna be Demi Moore or, you know, some random actress or something. I'm not saying Demi Moore is random, but you know what I mean. $6.7 million, honey. The clasps alone are made of Cartier earrings that, you know, the clasp, oh wait, hold on. You know the clasp, ladies, that close your bag? Each one, like the bags are made of like scraps of the best material around the world. I just want you to know that. It's not like one material. The clasps are made of genuine Cartier earrings valued at $300,000 a piece. $600,000 just to close the thing. I want to know who this billionaire baroness is. I want to know, does this woman, maybe she bought me a, you know what? No. Anyway, so she's going to be out here. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to do a segment with it. My mouth is drooling. All right. So, right? I can't wait either. I don't even want to touch it on account of I'm clumsy. If it drops, I ain't buying it. Wow. So Felicity Huffman, okay, you guys saw this, right? Looks like she's going to jail. Well, she pled guilty yesterday for her part in the college cheating scam. By the way, she was very eloquent in her speech. I mean, you know, and she's accused, she and her husband, the actor, right, him.
Yeah, just
William Hurt. Accused of paying $15,000 to rig their daughter's entrance exam. Now, their oldest daughter is currently a senior in high school. Then they got a younger one who's like 8 years old. Rigged the exam, what'd I say, $1,000?
Yep.
The prosecutors recommended that, they're probably gonna recommend that she does like 4 to 10 months in prison. The speech that she gave was giving herself, well, she blamed herself for everything. She's like, you know, I apologize to my family and my friend. Just take a look at this. No, it's just a quote. Wait, it's a quote?
It's a quote, yeah.
Oh, there it is, okay. Wait. I'm ashamed of the pain I've caused my daughter, my family, my friends. I want to apologize to them and the students who work hard every day to get into college, and to their parents who make tremendous sacrifices to support their children and do so honestly. Well, you know what? I know. All of a sudden, I got a mushy heart. And we only want the best for our kids. And if you squint your ears and your eyes and you think about it, if you had the money, wouldn't you, for your kid? Oh, well, our son already told me and my husband he would condemn us for life. You know, for making him, you know, for doing that and acting like, you know, he can't do it on his own. And, you know, and he's like a C student. He gets B's also. Every once in a while, there's an A. But that's a struggle, you know what I mean? But at least he went to the school he wanted to. He got it in on his own. And you know what? He's a C, B, A in school on paper, but it's not that, because the paper goes away. It's who you are as a human being in life. He's a good kid. But to be fair, we wouldn't even be talking about this if people weren't, if the economy wasn't so bad, if politics weren't so, you know, dicey these days, if the world wasn't going to hell at this particular point. You know, you change the channel, what do you see? Hell. Except when you get here. Except when you get here. You know, to me, my heart softened. I said, all right, you know, give her 3 months and a hefty fine and, you know, send mom on her way. But in reality, if I was a parent, you know, and in these times that we live and our kids are struggling, you need 3 years. You need to be punished. The prosecutors, the prosecutors have to punish them because of the public outrage is what I'm feeling. Like, are you outraged? Clap if you're outraged. But clap if perhaps her speech softened you, and that's part of her speech. It was actually very long. And that she should do maybe 3 months in a community service. Clap if you think she should get 3 years. That's all I'm saying. People are angry. People are angry because, you know, the rich people seem to be getting away with everything and everybody else is, you know, scum on the shoe. So now this is Lori Loughlin, the other one. Lori Loughlin, her husband, Massimo, the one with the good stuff at Target that's cheap. We love it, we love it. She and her man put in $500,000. And her kid is that bratty girl with the YouTube who, I don't even want to go to college. I just want to party. Oh my God. Well, they have yet to plead guilty, but I'm sure that their people are telling them, you better plead guilty. Do you see what just happened with Felicity? And she didn't do half the bad that you did in terms of the money. But reportedly, Lori and Massimo, one of them or both of them, they're facing a minimum of 2 years in jail, which I like to call prison. It sounds more dangerous. And it better not be Camp Cupcake. You know, one of those good places. We'll follow the story. And the bag is in the building, and so my producers were like, do you want to see it? We'll bring it in. I was like, no. And they're like, well, here's a picture of it. I'm like, no. I don't want to see, I'm gonna be as surprised at you, I can't wait. But I do have one thing to say to you that they told me. I said, well, how big is it? Because I'm thinking for $6.7 million, it should be at least, like you should be able to carry all your crap in it and an overnight negligee. The bag is only like this big by this big. Like you can barely carry a $100 bill and a lipstick in it. And And I wonder if you put it over your shoulder, banging into stuff. Millions of dollars just dropping on the floor as you're, you know what I'm saying? As you're banging into stuff and the chips are falling off. If I had a bag like that, I would hold it in my hand. You know what? I would hold it in my cleavage and wear a really tight bra, you know? Look, so AJ Gibson was here yesterday. He had the inside scoop and we were talking about the former OJ prosecutor Christopher Darden's daughter getting death threats because she's taken on the killer of Nipsey Hussle. Remember yesterday? Were you here yesterday? I'm sorry, but you miss a day, you miss a lot. And let me catch you up to speed. So, Christopher Darden, remember, he lost the OJ case along with Marcia Clark, right? Black people were very upset that he was even going against OJ. Black people felt as though, you know, and he was getting death threats. He had to move houses. He and Marcia Clark both. Allegedly, because they were running and because their lives were in such peril, that's why allegedly they fell into each other's arms. They both deny it, but in my head, I believe something different. Anyway, so, Christopher's got this daughter, her name is Janae. And Janae is like 38 years old. She's a journalist in her own right. So, and a smart woman too, all right? So, like USC, right Norman? Master's degree from USC. So he's got a smart daughter, he lost the OJ case, and he's representing the killer of Nipsey Hussle, who, by the way, they're having this wonderful celebration of Nipsey's life today at the Staples Center. Thursday. Yep. At the Staples Center. They're selling tickets and everything. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so the daughter, back to the daughter. The daughter posted a long message saying that she has nothing to say on the cases that her father takes. My question to you, I didn't get to this yesterday, but should he quit? I say no. What do you say? Should he quit? Clap if he should. She's getting death threats. He's probably getting death threats. Black people hate him because they feel as though, you know, here you go again. Now, it's a black killer, but the black killer killed a national treasure, Nipsey Hussle. 6 bullets. Allegedly, the killing was over. We didn't get to this with AJ yesterday, but we found out overnight. It was something about the killer being some sort of snitch in the hood. And so I guess the killer went home and got his gun and came back and shot Nipsey. And Nipsey wasn't dead after, you know, a bunch of rounds in him. And Nipsey moved and the killer then said, you know, lights out, you know, whatever, allegedly, and killed Nipsey. It's just a horrible, horrible story. And if I were Christopher Darden, I would not quit. I'm gonna tell you why. You can't win for losing. Anywhere you go, people are like, yeah, if the don't fit, then we acquit. Or whatever, you know, OJ's off and you helped get him off. Excuse me, and you prosecuted him. And my people have a problem with black on black thing. If it was a white person defending the killer, I venture to say we wouldn't be talking about the lawyer defending him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We talk race here at the show. We can talk race. We talk race. And I venture to say also that the killer probably didn't reach out to Chris. The killer doesn't have money to pay Chris Darden. I bet you it was Chris that reached out to this case. Because Chris has been writing books since OJ. Chris he's a high profile lawyer. He probably wants to be back in the spotlight. He sees that this is a spotlight case. So let me take on this killer, act like he's innocent. Do you think if you're a lawyer that you always believe that your client is innocent? No. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't be a lawyer because you know. Anyway, we'll be following that. We'll also, on Thursday, or Friday at the very least, give you the goings-on at Nipsey Hussle's memorial service. I don't even want to call it a funeral. It's so horrible. There are going to be a whole bunch of celebrities there, and, you know, the Staples Center fits thousands and thousands of people. I bet you the place will be jam-packed with people outside, probably tailgating in the parking lot, you know. All right, so let's move along to Cardi B. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's this place. I don't eat beef a lot. I eat beef sometimes. My doctors say that it's good for me. You know, I got off meat for a long time and I dabble. Like mostly I'm a fish person, but because I have the thyroid, I can't eat a lot of that either because the mercury and, oh God, I'm a mess. But there is this place, I'm sorry I'm thinking about it. I'm doing the show, but I'm thinking about what I'm gonna have for lunch. I don't even know the name of it, so good, I'm not gonna shout you out, but like I love a Philly cheesesteak. And you have to drive all the way to Philly to get a good cheesesteak. But there's this place that originated in Philly and now they've opened in Brooklyn on Flatbush Avenue. And they were doing a special on it on TV, like on the news and stuff. Suzanne, the cheese was all like cheese whizzy and it looked, I don't know the name of it. But can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? The fatso that I am. After the show today, I have a few things to do, but around 3 o'clock or, you know, up until like 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be free. At some particular point, I literally am gonna drive slowly, well, not me drive, but I'm gonna take the car slowly up and down Flatbush Avenue. Because I know if I see the name of the place, if I see the name, I'm gonna know it. So if you're gonna be on Flatbush Avenue and somebody's driving very slow with their blinkers on, with their flashers on, that's me looking for food. You know, this Cardi B, she opened up about motherhood. And first of all, I love this coat. It looks to me, no, she's getting a lot of backlash. The fur people are going after her, they're hating it. Here's my thing about fur. I don't want to kill an animal. I told you I didn't pull the trigger on the gun yesterday. If you didn't watch, oh well. I had a gun. But if an animal happens to be laying there, as opposed to making, you know, throwing it away, why not make a beautiful coat? This coat right here, right? I think it's like sheared sable and it went in at the waist and then it flared out at the hip. It's not doing it justice while she's sitting down. And she's so pretty and she's so Cardi. So yesterday she spoke at the Beauty Expo here in New York. Can you believe beauty products have become that big that there's an actual expo for them? All the lipstick you can slather. Anyway, yeah, there's the coat, there's the coat. Isn't that fabulous? So anyway, she spoke about motherhood. And she was saying it's harder than she expected. She said when she was pregnant, and we did this on Hot Topics, I told you that she was saying this. When she was pregnant, she thought about, you know, she was gonna hire a nanny and, you know, she and the baby would travel the world and, you know, all the guys and girls around her would be like a traveling family. But she's now confessed that it's harder than she thought because she doesn't trust anyone with her kid. Don't you remember that? Don't you remember that? I went back to work at 3 months, which a lot of people consider that criminal. I put Kevin in the daycare at 3 months because I'm also a working woman and we've got to blend lives. I can't give it all up to be a stay-at-home mom because that's not me, that's not my DNA. So I put him in the baby school, and the baby school, you know, these days those baby schools are open till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So mothers get a chance to work late or whatever. You know, we gotta work hard for our money. But I would get off the radio at Power 99 at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I would hot tail it out of the radio show and get right back home. My first stop would be, I would pick up baby Kevin. I would be there by 10:30 every single morning and take him. And I could have left him there until 7 o'clock at night, but I'm like, I feel bad enough I'm a working mom. I feel bad enough he's so brand new. I feel bad enough, oh God, you know that fight in your head. He'd be crying, I'd be changing diapers, I'd be damning myself like I could drop him back off at the baby. What am I doing? But I would have to have him and swathe him and feel guilty about studying my Hot Topics for the next day for the show. But, you know, just a mess. Anyway, so, you know, she only wants her mom or her, she wants to leave Culture, that's her baby, with her mom or her sister, Aunt Hennessy. That's it. I trust that. You know, I didn't have that around, you know, on a regular basis, but that's it, that's it. Cardi also said that she worries that Culture's only 8 months old, will forget about her when she travels, right? That guilt? 3 months old, you barely know mommy, and now you're calling Susan at the baby school mommy? You know what I'm saying? No, there's only one mother around here. So I get it. I like the soft and pink hood side of Cardi. She's like, she's the real deal, man. She is. I like her. Oh my gosh. Attention, everyone. Now, you know I am mourning that our guest today could not be here. She's got the family emergency. However, that means more hot topics for us. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, because we don't have a guest, we've got more hot topics. Isn't this fabulous? More hot topics, I can't breathe. More hot topics and a $6.7 million bag. Whose show is better than this? Trying to tell you. The city of, wait, did I do it right? The city of Chicago, everyone, is threatening to sue Jussie Smollett. You've heard about this. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it. Now remember, the case was dropped against Jussie. The mayor is now demanding, oh, excuse me, it's Jessie. Chris Rock taught us that. Demanded that Jessie pay the city back the $130,000 that they used for their police resources to investigate the case. So the city wants their money back. They're also embarrassed about how Jessie makes Chicago look, you know, which I guess, what? A lot of crime and stuff? Chicago's a city. Every city has a lot of crime. Chicago, I love Chicago. Anyway, but look, they're giving Jessie 7 days to pay up. Or they gave him, rather. Now the 7 days is over, he didn't pay up. It's $130,000. It's a lot to me and you, but it's not a lot to Jussie Smollett. He's got that money, you know he's got that money. He's got rich friends, you know he's got rich friends. There's somebody who could have paid that. And in our Hot Topics meeting, everybody was resoundingly saying, well, oh. They were resoundingly saying that the show, perhaps Empire should pay it. Jessie's back on the show, you know, and just make this go away. And I said, no. If I were Mr. Empire, I wouldn't pay it. You know, Jessie's back on the show. Jessie was found innocent, fine. But if I pay it, then isn't that implicating us in sticking up for Jessie? You know, and it's kind of unpopular to stick up for Jessie in a lot of necks of the woods. But a lot of people believe that he's very, very guilty. But if I were Jessie, this is what I do. There's a way to handle this, Jessie. I think that if he had a press conference, oh, because if Jessie paid the money, then that would, we'd probably think, he was guilty all along. Paid the money. Even if he gave it to a charity, say he gave it to a women's shelter or something like that, still, paid the money. He did it. This is how you make it go away, Jessie. You hold yourself a press conference, all right? Don't wear glasses and do not wear something like this. Dress like normal people. You know, don't be the natty dresser. A t-shirt, a pair of khakis, you know, muss up your hair a bit. Maybe make a scar. Wait, he has a scar, right?
He had one.
he had one, right, it disappeared. Jessie, humble yourself, get to the podium, call the press and say, look, I've got a check for $130,000. Make it one of those big Ed McMahon Publishers Clearinghouse checks. And you say, I am not guilty, but I need this to go away. My family is being harassed. You know what I'm saying? Speak from your heart. Leave your sunglasses and arrogant attitude at home. And you say, this is not good for my family. It is not good for my friends. I don't know what will become of my acting career, but I just need this to go away so that you guys can focus on something else. Here's Chicago. Humbly, I apologize. Right? Right? All right, so now look. A lot of people are looking forward to Beyonce's documentary on Netflix. I am. Norman and I battle because I say that she's the consummate performer. Anytime you fall down the flight of steps, that's my one thing in 6-inch heels, and get back up and continue to pump your fist and dance. That's it. You're the one. The documentary is called Homecoming. It's gonna focus on Beyonce while she's preparing for the 2018, last year's Coachella performance. Last year's Coachella. Take a look.
What I really want to do is be a representative of my race, of the human race. I have a chance to show how kind we can be, how intelligent and generous we can be. I have a chance to teach and to love and to laugh. And I know that when I finish doing what I'm sent here to do, I will be called home. And I will go home without any fear, trepidation, some, wondering what's gonna happen. But
Blue Ivy doing that dance move was everything, right? So it's called Homecoming, and you know what? Beyonce has used her sneaky, wicked, almighty star power to upstage this year's Coachella. She's not performing, you know, this year's Coachella is a 2-weekend affair. You know, performances this weekend, performances that weekend. Beyonce is like, how about I do this? I drop it on Netflix right in the middle of the week. Boom! It's amazing. And then you heard her sister Solange pulled out of performing at Coachella, so there will be no Knowles at Coachella. It's all going down on Netflix on April 17th. I'll be watching. Yeah. Oh, and now that's it for Hot Topics. But we've got the hottest shoe trends coming up next.